but I won't let you down. It's a waste of wine, just trying to find the time to venture out.
This building is, of course, it's a 15th century building, but it's an early 15th century, the oldest in the city. And originally there were two of these type of buildings. One was directly over the other side at Fort Blockhouse in Gosport, and they were boom defence buildings. So originally there would be a chain linking this building with the one across the other side of the harbour, and during the time of possible invasion, this building and the one harbour would have pulled the chain up and wrapped it round, and it would have prevented enemy ships from entering the harbour. That was its main function. Of course, this building and all the hot walls and that were still used as barrack blocks right up until the early 1960s. And so the buildings were then regularly used. The condition of them was probably not much different to what it is now. They were damp and cold and sometimes wet. And it was kind of a thriving area up until the early 1970s. But since then, it really has been abandoned and was certainly empty and unused. I worked with the museum service for quite a number of years, and the areas that I looked after were the buildings, such as this building, Square Tower, Hot Walls, South Sea Castle, and quite a number of historic buildings. This particular one is so atmospheric, a bit like the Square Tower, except smaller and more bijou, if you like. And the history of this area is just so tremendous that it's wasted. And if we don't do something to bring back our built heritage back into common use, then it has a danger of falling down. But this building has been seen by more people, probably, than any other building in the whole of the city. Because every time a ship goes to sea, a warship goes to sea, all the families, all the loved ones, congregate on top and wave their loved ones away. Every time a ship comes into the harbour, they pass this way and they see this wonderful 15th century building in its beautiful structure, round shape, which is fantastic.
I was invited down here by Stephen Bailey and David Evans from Portsmouth City Council, and their vision was to see this area being used as a contemporary creative quarter. So I came down, met them, they opened up all the buildings, I had a look around, and I was just blown away by the quality of the offer down here. The location as well, the footfall is perfect. Because of the history in Portsmouth, it just kind of fitted really well with their vision to turn it into a contemporary creative quarter. Then, from talking subsequently with David Evans, he offered me the chance to take over the Round Tower for a couple of exhibitions. I immediately saw the value in sort of doing that, knowing about the actual creativity in the city. So, with my other hat on, one of my other hats on, working with Strong Island on the blog, I approached Tristan and Paul and asked them if they would consider doing a Strong Island exhibition here. So the Strong Island exhibition will be the first exhibition in the Round Tower. It's the first time it's been used in that way.
My colleague Tristan and I run Strong Island, which is a website that focuses primarily on the South Sea and Portsmouth scene. We cover all sorts of events, music, arts, local history, everything that's to do with the city, pretty much. Claire Sandbrook originally approached us as we'd focused on a lot of the artists and illustrators and designers that are located within the island and the city, and she wanted us to curate the show and bring some of those artists together to create original artwork for the Strong Island exhibition at the Round Tower. We chose some of our favourite artists and designers and asked them to create brand new work based on the theme of strength and Strong Island. And it was going to be original work, not seen before, and to be shown at the opening and the 2 weeks that the show ran at the Round Tower.
In the week building up to the exhibition, had quite a lot of people turn up to help out. There was quite a lot of things to do, unpacking of the artwork, hanging onto the walls. We also got the delivery of the Strong Island tea and the Strong Island Hopper ale from Irvine Brewery. and it was really kind of all hands on deck. Fantastic turnout. Then for the evening launch, it was incredible. We had over 500 people turn up. Inside the tower itself, you couldn't move. It was just wall-to-wall people. Very, very positive response. Everybody was just, Strong Island rocks. This is just incredible.
Of your face in the mirror, I'll see if people ride the car into the future.
That weekend, the Saturday and the Sunday, again saw 300 plus people through the doors. Sales have really been strong.
Look so scared. Come on, you young philosopher.
We've also had in the past few days artists come down and use the space outside the exhibition to paint and to put up free art as well. So it's really, starting to move beyond an exhibition in a way and move out into the space itself.
Got involved with this exhibition luckily enough because I know Tristan, one of the founders of Strong Island, along with Paul. Also known Claire for quite a while, and Tristan and Claire approached me and asked if I'd like to exhibit, which of course I would, because it's a really good exhibition to come to and be part of. Yeah, I'm stoked to be a part of it. I think it's really good. It's got to be I would say, it is one of the best exhibitions Portsmouth has ever had, and I'm not being biased. The quality of work in there by everybody that's put work in is, brilliant. You know what I mean? It's very good.
The exhibition opened in May and was a huge success. We estimate over 500 people came from all across the city and from off the city, including Chichester, London and other places, specifically to come and see the work and enjoy the opening night. And from that, the exhibition ran for 2 weeks, and over those 2 weeks it was very popular. We had some good weather, admittedly, but because of the tower's location, it has a heavy footfall with tourists walking around on the hot walls and around to the harbour. And because of that, we had about 3,000 visitors over 2 weeks, which is, I think, unprecedented for a local exhibition within Portsmouth, certainly in recent history.
The Round Tower over the next few months is going to be used again as exhibition space. We've got a local video installation artist in there in August. In September, we've got some MA Fine Arts students in there. And really, I think, there is a lot of work still to be done in the Round Tower. We've got lighting rig to go up, we've got a proper hanging system, and they've also the council are going to sort the leak out. But I think this first exhibition, is a wonderful way to show the council and the people of the city what can be achieved, and really use that as evidence to get more funding to develop the area.
Yeah, I'd like to think that this area here will be a new economy for the city of Portsmouth, an arts and crafts quarter where people will be able to look around and see artists and craftspeople working. Because if you go outside and have a look, there are certain areas that make perfect spaces for artists because there's plenty of light. And my experience of living in London and working there, it just seemed to me that they've converted a lot of the railway arches into a variety of different attractions, and it seemed that this would be a real ideal opportunity to convert this into an arts and crafts quarter for Portsmouth. But we don't have anything for the ordinary local artists to use, and what we're trying to do here is to create a small workshop space, but more than just being altruistic, it's about making Portsmouth a welcoming area for our visitors and for our artists also. It's going to take a long time. It's not something that's going to happen overnight, and I think it will grow rather than be built straight away. We're looking at glazing the front of some of the arches, for example. It's not going to happen overnight, but certainly I would expect between 2 and 5 years to have this project completed.
I think the idea that the council have about developing the whole of the Hot Walls area into a brand new arts quarter will be fantastic, not just for that area of Portsmouth, but also for the city as a whole, and not only for things such as retail, because they'll be having artists in residence selling work, and also a cafe area, but also for the population of the city who can come and experience that area of Portsmouth that's fantastically by the sea, by the harbour, with boats and the old part of the city, but also to sort of allow them to experience an aspect of Portsmouth that's growing, vital and exciting, and it shouldn't just be located in a small part of Portsmouth in Southsea or somewhere else. It should be something wide and open and experienced by the whole city.
There's an awful lot of creativity in Portsmouth, and if everyone comes together and gets involved with projects like this or starts their own projects, you know what I mean, can only go from strength to strength. It'd be brilliant to get this back to like a proper artistic quarter, so everyone can come down here, paint, draw, I don't know, even do like contemporary dance, whatever. It doesn't matter. If everyone's being creative and there's like a central area for it, it regenerates the city. It's got to be done really. So yeah, hopefully this will inspire an awful lot of people, and yeah, see what happens. So yeah.